Let us discuss the next question. This is from the year 2018. Consider the following statements. In the first Lok Sabha, the single largest party in the opposition was the Swatantra Party. Statement 2. In the Lok Sabha, a leader of opposition was recognized for the first time in the year 1969. Statement 3. In the Lok Sabha, if a party does not have a minimum of 75 members, its leader cannot be recognized as the leader of opposition. Which of the following statements are correct? Now statement number 1. In the first Lok Sabha, the single largest party in the opposition was the Swatantra Party. Here you should recall who founded Swatantra Party, who was leading the Swatantra Party. Swatantra Party was founded by C. Rajgopalachari. He was part of the Congress, but later on he felt that the socialist ideology of Congress is not matching with his own ideology. He was supporting more of a classical liberal views and free market economy. So he came out of Congress and he tried to establish his own party called Swatantra Party. And in the first Lok Sabha, the single largest party in opposition was not the Swatantra Party, but it was the Communist Party. So this is incorrect. Statement 2. In the Lok Sabha, a leader of the opposition was recognized for the first time in the year 1969. This you wouldn't recall because this is a very factual statement. Let us look at the statement number 3. In the Lok Sabha, if a party does not have a minimum of 75 members, its leader cannot be recognized as leader of opposition. This you would have prepared. The rule for recognizing the leader of opposition says that they should have at least 10% of the total members of the house. So 10% of the total members of the house comes to 55 members and not 75 members. So now you know this statement is incorrect. If you know the statement 3 is incorrect, let's look at the statements and options now. Statement 3 is incorrect. So you can remove all of the 3 statements and you will know that 2 is the answer. Or in a case where you know that statement 1 is incorrect, even in that case you could eliminate option number A, and in the remaining options there is 2 and 2 and 3. So even in that case you know that statement 2 is correct. So even if it is a factual question, even if it is a factual statement, you need not worry because just by knowing one of the options you are going through elimination techniques and you know now that 2 is correct. You don't have to worry about 2 now. Now you just have to worry about 3 because even in both B and C, statement 2 is correct. Then finally when you read 3, you will understand that 3 was a very basic, testing your basic knowledge, and it was incorrect. So your option will be B. Now let us look at the in-depth explanation. We saw how we could solve this question in the exam. Now let's go through the in-depth explanation. Statement number 1 is incorrect because it was the Communist Party which was the single largest party in the first general election, and they almost won 16 seats. And obviously in the first general election, INC won the landslide victory, winning almost 364 of the 489 seats and securing 45% of the total votes polled. Statement 2 is correct because in 1969, the official leader of the opposition was recognized for the first time, and they got the statutory recognition in the year 1977. Statutory recognition is the Parliament made the Leader of Opposition Act in 1977, and through that the position of Leader of Opposition, it got the statutory recognition. And statement 3 is incorrect because in order to receive the status of opposition party and Leader of Opposition status, a party should secure 10% of the total strength of the house, that is the 55 seats in the Lok Sabha. This provision, it stems from the G.V. Maulankar rule. It is also known as the Maulankar rule because it was given by him, and nowhere is this rule mentioned in the constitution as such. Now what is G.V. Maulankar rule, which is related to the leader of opposition? G.V. Maulankar, he was the first speaker of the Lok Sabha, and to regulate the conduct of the business of Lok Sabha, he formulated rules for Lok Sabha. And in the rules that he formulated, he said that a party must have at least 10% of the strength of the house in order to qualify to be designated as the parliamentary party. And once the party is designated as a parliamentary party, whoever is the leader of that particular party in the opposition, he will be designated as the leader of opposition. And this rule is being followed since then. But the opposite view of this is given in the Leader of the Opposition Act of 1977, where the section 2 of the particular act says, it defines the LOP and says LOP of each house as the leader in that house of the party in the opposition to the government having the greatest numerical strength. So here the act is saying having the greatest numerical strength. It doesn't put a limit of 10% or more. So even if a party has less than 10%, if they have the greatest strength, the leader of that particular party, he has to be designated as leader of opposition. So this is a slight conflict in law which we have currently. Probably eventually the court will clarify and give a solid judgment on it. Let us hope for that. So, but as per the Maulanka rule, which is followed by convention, the 10% rule is followed, wherein the party must have at least 10% of the strength in the house. So going by that, our statement is 3 is incorrect, and answer will be only